What is up, Fanatics? It's 8 p.m. Mountain Time, and that means another episode of Home Theater Fanatics Live. Tonight is episode 131. Can you believe it? 131. And we've got a nice one for you. So we have a company with us today, a company and a whole bunch of subsidiaries. We'll figure it out in a little bit, that I wasn't really familiar with until 3 or 4 months ago. And we've got Chase from Sound Vision Technologies and Devin from VSSL, and that's spelled VSSL, but said Vessel. I made sure to get that one right. So welcome to the show, guys. How are you doing?
Great, Jiles. Thanks for having us, man. That's got to be one of the most intense intros I've ever seen in my life. That's fantastic.
You know, that it's all about, let's just pump this crowd up, and we're getting, I mean, Sound Vision's in the house with Vessel. You know, and people are like, yeah. And look, you've got industry people from all over starting to pour in. You know, you've got Joey here from Aragon and Accurus. I mean, they're all like, who are these people trying to get up in this home thing? This is our territory. No, we'll have a lot of cool folks come in. It's good to see Joey. But I think it's time to let people know who you guys are, because they might not be familiar with your brands and your companies and yourselves. So maybe let me weigh the titles here. See who goes first. You guys got EVPs and co-founders and globals, and I can't choose. We're going to start at the top. Devin, you win by default. So let's start with you. Who are you, and what's this brand, and what's going on?
Yeah. My name is Devin Davies, and I am the EVP of VSSL, co-founder. And VSSL is a brand owned by Sound Vision Technologies, where we focus on engineering wireless streaming technology. So,
so what does wireless streaming technology mean? That sounds kind of like we create the flux capacitor for the. So where does the rubber meet the road for VSSL? What kind of product would somebody buy?
Yeah, so great question. I mean, we've really revolutionized how audio is being streamed inside a home, and we've a lot of the solutions have been out there in the past really restricted and. Don't really, one of our taglines is set your music free. And that's absolutely what we do. With our technology, we allow you to stream from any device, any music app you can possibly think of, to any, zone or multiple zones of audio throughout your home.
Oh, that's pretty nifty. Right on. Okay. Chase, this is the chance you've been waiting for your whole life, man.
I love it. It's my time.
Shine, man, shine.
I love it. Well, yeah. So Chase Harrison, I'm the executive vice president of global sales and marketing for Sound Vision Technologies. I've been with the company now for about 8 years, and a longtime home theater enthusiast, hobbyist, self-proclaimed audiophile. Before working for Sound Vision, I was an installer. I went out and installed for those who didn't want to get their hands dirty, which is rightfully so, wanted a professional to do it. So that was me for a number of years. And then the opportunity to work with Sound Vision Technologies came along, and having known their reputation, I was a dealer for them. Wanted to jump in, get my feet wet, and really take this brand globally with them, for them. So and not just the Sound Vision brand. That's probably new for a lot of the listeners, if you would, a lot of the viewers. Sound Vision's kind of held out behind the scenes. VSSL is one of the brands Devin mentioned. Some other of our brands that may sound familiar to some of the viewers are True Audio, which is our architectural and ceiling and wall speaker line. Forge is an equipment racking line that we have. Unified Copper for bulk cable, for the category cable, speaker cable. And we also carry another line of architectural speakers called Current Audio. So, that's me. That's a little bit about the company.
That's cool. So it sounds like the brand portfolio is really focused toward building out, not necessarily a 2-channel listening environment or a full-blown home theater, but really providing all of the infrastructure that you need to have audio distributed through your whole home. Am I kind of reading the strategy correct there?
That's exactly right. Yes,
cool.
Sound Vision was actually founded 20 years ago by enthusiasts, by professionals, tired of dealing with big companies that really didn't have kind of the end user in mind and even the dealer in mind. And so we broke out and did a lot of really cool and neat and authentic kind of different things 20 years ago, knowing that, customers could come to us and pick from our portfolio to design, potentially their dream home theater or their home or maybe their conference room or business.
Oh, that's cool. Right on. So let's start with a definition, and then I really want to jump into the vessel technology specifically a little bit and get deep into there. So, we're really talking about whole home audio, I think, kind of as a generic descriptor for that. So if you were going to define whole home audio, what all does that encompass, right? Because it sounds like a whole home of audio. And so I assume that would be like some way to get source material in there, and then some way to have speakers and amplifiers. Is that kind of the ecosystem there, all those bits and pieces?
Yeah. Devin, you want to take that one?
Yeah. So, I mean, whole home audio is just that, right? It's audio throughout your whole home. And, that could be anything, every room in your house has audio to, certain areas of the house. And what Sound Vision Technologies does is we provide the products, the tools necessary for, professional installers to go in and pre-wire a home and anywhere from pre-wire to the home to finishing with speakers and home theater and all that kind of stuff. So whole home audio is a pretty broad term, but I think it kind of speaks for itself, right?
Yeah, I know. I think it does totally.
Well, and what I'd add to that too, Jiles, is I think a lot of your viewers probably kind of already get this, but maybe there's some first-time viewers maybe that are just trying to get into having audio in their home. And really, I mean, it's kind of it breaks my heart a little bit when I see the up and coming generations that walk around with this hanging out of their pocket, listening to their music, sitting, playing on speakerphone, because I know what they're missing. Whether they're in their kitchen or the living room or out in their backyard, whatever. Multi-room audio is really kind of the cherry on top to their listening experience in their home and kind of living experience. It really, whether you want to have a dance party with your kids, your wife, or your friends, or maybe you want to kick it back, turn on some Barry Manilow and have a nice dinner for two. That's kind of the atmosphere and the mood we can set. So
that's really cool. So let's talk specifically about Vessel. And so the Vessel portfolio, I guess people would call this like amplifiers with skills, right? It's kind of like in 2-channel world, kind of like an integrated, meaning that, or a streaming amplifier. So you are able to grab content or have content come into this device. And then this is the amplification for, different numbers of speakers, just depending on the model of the amplifier that you have. So I think, so you guys have like a 2-channel and a 4 and a 6/8. What does that look like?
Yeah. So we started with we call it the X series, and the X series consists of 3 different amplifiers. And we can't stress enough that they're not just amplifiers, right? They're smart amplifiers, as you mentioned. We have special technology that's built into these amplifiers. We have there's a lot going on. There's networking capabilities and just different things going on inside of our amplifiers. So they're advanced amplifiers that give you the ability to stream any content from any mobile device. As Chase mentioned, most people are using their devices for music, and being able to stream that audio content from your device to any room or multiple rooms in your home is exactly what Vessel does. So the X series consists of the A6X, A3X, and A1X, and so the A6X is just a 6-zone, 6-room, 12-channel amplifier that with streaming capability. The A3X is a 3-zone, 6-channel, and then the A1 is a single-zone 2-channel amp.
Right on. So yeah, I've got some pictures up. So I think if folks look at this, it'll look like your kind of a standard amplifier, and then on the back it'll have connectors for speakers and that kind of stuff. But the secret sauce, I think, for this, and kind of what differentiates it, is your ability to kind of meet the homeowner where they are as far as the way they listen to content. So you don't have to download a certain app that works with yours and it only interfaces with certain things. You're able to, through voodoo magic, somehow suck out all whatever content from your mobile device or whatever into that amplifier, which you can then send to however many zones. Correct? Is that
that's
the
absolutely correct. And yeah, just kind of to elaborate on that a little bit. I mean, you said it perfectly. Vessel meets the homeowner, the customer, where they're at. We've completely simplified the way that you listen to music in your home. And I think, as we mentioned earlier, you can use the same, you listen to the same music in the car, at the gym, wherever you might be, and then at home, it's no different. And so we've completely simplified that process, and have just took out all the headaches. Again, our tagline is "Set your music free," meaning that you can play any music you want very easily to your whole house.
right on? So let's step through some scenarios here to make it real for people. So let's just take an example. So okay, just say I've got a full, well, just like a 3-zone vessel set up in a house somewhere, right? And I've got my phone, and I have, just say I've got Qobuz on there, maybe I got the YouTube app. I've got maybe a Rune server sitting down in the basement. So how would I use my device with your amplifier? How do they talk together? Because it's not like you're plugging in a tether with some type of like a 3.5 millimeter plug to plug into your device. What's is it AirPlay, or how does that work?
Yeah. So one of the things we want to let the world know about Vessel is we've gone out and we're partner products with some of the bigger companies in the world, right? We're partner products, certified partner products with Google, Apple, and Spotify. So what that does is it allows us to use their streaming platforms, AirPlay, Chromecast, and Spotify Connect, to stream directly from any music app, as we've mentioned, to any zone in your home. So with that technology that we're able to use and tap into all the zones in your home. So if you have 30 zones of audio in your house, all those zones will populate right inside of the native music app that you already use. So if you're a Spotify user, all the zones will show up right there. And as you mentioned, Jiles, we don't have a third-party app that you have to use. Our interface is the music app that homeowners are already used to, that they use on a daily basis. So we just have kind of tapped into that, their technology to be able to do that. And it's really, really easy.
Right on. That's cool. So let's say hi to a few people that are here with us today. So Hi-Fi Haven. Hey man, good to see you. My Mail is here with us. AA, he's still struggling to get to AAA level, but he's got 2 A's. Cameron down from the Springs has joined us. So glad to see you here. He's working on building out his hi-fi system in his pad right now, and we've been talking speakers quite a bit. So it's good to have you on the show. Joey's here. He's always scouting the opposition to make sure that his company can take him out. I think and Joey's in Indianapolis with Acurus and Aragon, so I think they're still hanging on for CEDIA this year. Unfortunately, I had to pull out. Oh gosh. Anyway, so for everybody else that's out there watching, welcome to the show today. And for those that have just joined, we've got Sound Vision and Vessel, and we're talking whole home audio. Now, after I put this up on YouTube and all the socials that you guys were coming on, I had one question that kind of bubbled up to the top a lot. Well, first off, there was, how much does this stuff cost? And I was like, just go look at the website and you see the prices, right? That's not a big deal. But another question was, how sophisticated can you get with the source devices? And a lot of this rolled back around to Rune, because you have a lot of folks that have consolidated that down into their 2-channel listening environment, and they'll use that to do multi-channel mix across their home and that kind of stuff already. Is it possible to use your amplifiers in that kind of ecosystem when you have that source that people want to use?
Yeah, Chase, you want to?
Sure, happy to. So Jiles, it's as Devin mentioned, we've partnered and worked really closely with Google and Spotify as well as Apple AirPlay, right? And so really we're focused on integrating and tying in with the apps or the music servers or the source devices that also work, support, and are certified with those various streaming platforms. So Rune, you mentioned, is one that works really well with AirPlay, actually. And because Rune works with AirPlay, if you have a media server that's sitting on the same local area network or network as Vessel, and you have your Rune app, you can absolutely access your Rune server, whether it's on your MacBook Pro or an actual, NAS or whatever, and you can stream that right through your Vessel zone or zones. And thanks to Devin and his team and how that's been engineered, specifically with the DAC, the digital audio converters, we have lossless audio, so we completely support high fidelity codecs. And those Rune enthusiasts that have really a great expansive library and don't want that to go anywhere, with Vessel, there's absolutely no problem. We can support that. Or if you're a big streaming fan with Tidal or Deezer, from a high fidelity standpoint, we support that all the way to YouTube, Pandora, so on and so forth.
That's outstanding. I mean, so to me, it sounds like this really is a great way to be the glue amongst all these other kind of fractured services that exist, right? So, just like you guys said, people have the services that they like, and, maybe they use Qobuz through Rune, right? And maybe they use Spotify sometimes on a different mobile device. Well, this allows them to put all these together, and whatever they want to listen to, they can. Now, how about when you have guests come over? Right. This is another question they got a lot, right? They're like, okay, that's great. So I set my stuff up and it all works and the zones are there. But just say my mom comes to visit and she's got all her playlists for her 40s music or whatever in whatever app she uses. How difficult is it to add those folks in kind of on the fly?
Yeah. I love that question because, again, this is one of the reasons we developed our technology, is to make this completely easy for anybody who's coming in, who's visiting, to play their own playlist. Our products are very popular with rentals, condos and apartments.
Oh yeah,
where
I can
people
see that.
where people are coming and going, and it's very easy. You connect to the network that the Vessel units are on, and you're up and running. As long as you have a music app on your phone and AirPlay or Chromecast, you're off and running. So it's extremely easy. And again, when you compare that to other technology out there, that didn't exist before Vessel came along. Again, you had to have a third-party app that you download, and it was just clunky. And so we've simplified that whole process, and it's proven to work really well.
Jiles,
that's pretty cool.
One thing I wouldn't mind adding to that is there's a lot in our space. There are companies that if they're not familiar with automation systems, right, to reach out and control lights and security and cameras and music and TV, and those can add a degree of complexity that customers may or may not like. But guests, as you mentioned, that's one of the big things is, hey, I've got a guest coming over, maybe somebody's house sitting for me for a week while I'm off on vacation. They want access to the music in the house. If I hand them access to my Control 4 or Crestron or Savant system, now they've got access to everything in the house. Whereas with Vessel, you don't have to hand over the keys to the kingdom per se. You can just give them your Wi-Fi password and say, hey, give a heck, just find the zone, group of zones on your your Pandora app or whatever, and
have at it.
I
like that.
And one more thing I'll just add to that, kind of along those same lines, is most homes have multiple users who want to listen to their own music, right, in their own zones. So any listener in the home, again, there's no third-party apps. They just go to their device, stream to their zone, and every zone can stream something different. So it's really nice.
Okay, that's cool. Now, some other conjecture questions that I'm just thinking of as I sit here. So just assume that you've got some kind of weird device, like you've got I want to listen to my reel-to-reel. Right, and I want to. I'm trying to get way out there. Or like my 8-track collection. I really want to listen to this in the kitchen, right? Is there? Do you have any type of physical inputs on these boxes? And if so, how do you manage that piece without an app? If you wanted to listen to your 8-track collection, that you could somehow get into RCA's or 3.5 or whatever, right? How does that work, or is it even possible?
Yeah, it's totally possible. And we thought about all these things before we developed our products. And if you look on the back of our amplifiers, we have matrixed inputs and outputs, RCA inputs and outputs.
Okay.
So you can take just about any source and plug it into our amplifiers, and and some of that can be controlled through our VSSL app that we've created. And some of that's going to have to be controlled through the device. But yes, to answer your question, absolutely. Any of those devices, those old, CD players or, whatever it may be, NAS drives or, with music storage on them, all that stuff can be piped through the VSSL system.
That's kind of cool. So, my plan is to install what is it, an A2, and give that a spin and show everybody kind of soup to nuts how you put this in. So I'm actually planning to hack my kitchen up, as that it's all torn apart right now anyway. And let me just tell you, kitchen remodels cost a lot. And so we were looking at remodeling the kitchen, and we got some quotes, and these things are like, the guys are like, we could do it for 50,000, we can do it for 70,000, we can do. I'm like, no, you can't, because I'm not going to give you that kind
not
of money
coming in here.
No, you can't do it here. Go somewhere. So in my infinite wisdom, my wife and I together have decided this. So she shares this blame. If you're watching, honey, you share this blame. So we're going to, refloor and put in a new exit door outdoor. And we've got like French doors, but we don't like them. So we're going to go with a slider anyway. So we're going to do that as well. Instead of replacing the cabinets, we're going to paint them, which is a nightmare, and do new countertops. And as part of that, we'll do a technology build into this room, which is going to be a whole home audio zone. And after this show, also with inputs for 8-track and reel-to-reel, which I think will be outstanding. So could you imagine going into a kitchen and be like, oh yeah, let's get this reel-to-reel going as we're cooking. So
I love it.
So we're going to try and figure that out and see how hard or difficult it is to install this system, and then what the benefits are. So let me tell you what my wife does in the kitchen, and this is like the craziest thing ever to me. But she has an iPad, and she'll go in and she'll cook or do whatever she's going to do in the kitchen, and the iPad is always going. And it'll be a TV show or something, and the sound coming off that thing is horrible. So, I'm thinking this might be the perfect thing for her in the kitchen, right? So she could just AirPlay or whatever she's watching on the iPad to that zone and get that pure, magical VSSL sound rather than that little crappy tinny whatever comes out of the. So would that be a legitimate use of such a device?
Oh yeah, absolutely a great use for that device. But it doesn't have to be just a tablet. If you happen to have a TV or an Apple TV that's piping video into a television in a room nearby, you can actually use the AirPlay from the Apple TV and cast it to your VSSL unit that you have in your kitchen. So.
Oh, that's an interesting use case that I had not considered, because we have a small home. So the first floor is a living room, and then a dining room area, and then the kitchen and bathroom and pantry and all that stuff on the other side. But in the kitchen area, which kind of bridges in between the living room and the dining room, which bridges between the kitchen and the living room, we were thinking about putting a television on the wall, and that would be kind of cool to be able to listen. So you don't have to I need to go buy a sound bar or something to put into this television. You can use your whole home audio zone from your See, now that is brilliant.
Yeah. And as you use the VSSL system, you realize more and more all the different things that you can do. And it truly, it's quite amazing. Just the different possibilities and different use cases.
Yeah, that is super nifty, man. I would not have thought of that one had you not mentioned, well, just cast from your television to the VSSL, because I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's like a physical source or a mobile device that I'm going to cast for, and that's my view. It was kind of limited there, but you could do this from a PC, you could do this from a television, you could the there's no limit really. It's just anything that has access to those technologies. You just point it at the zone and you've got good sound.
Yep.
My kids use the so we're a Chrome family on our PCs Max, and you can actually go right up into the 3 buttons and cast into any zone or group of zones right from within Chrome.
That's cool.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it is. It's really a game changer.
So now thinking of your portfolio, and we're going to have to move over to segment 2 of the show here pretty soon. But, oh, hold on. You've got a fanboy. Let's show your fanboy. Trevor Woodbury says, Chase is the man. Peace.
Oh, man. I paid him to say that. He's actually, he's on our team.
He's all like, peace. So now for folks that want to go like hardcore with this, do you, through one of your other brands, sell like a super kind of kick butt speaker system? So like, if they wanted to go with some great mids and highs, but also maybe some kind of bass reproduction, do you guys have something that would tie into these amplifiers to allow you to, rock that zone, that kitchen, or whatever it might be?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's the nice thing about working with Sound Vision Technologies and the professionals that we go to market with is you have access to anything and everything we make, right? And so if you can dream it, the chances are we can support it. And if not, we'll help you design it with our free design service. And we'll go through and try and get exactly free design service. You just tell us kind of what you want, what's your space look like, what's your budget look like. And we'll, we're able to pull Vessel in, we're able to pull True Audio in, potentially Current Audio, and really design, whatever living space, outdoor, indoor, home theater. If you're trying to focus on just your kitchen, we have a full line of products that you can put right up into your ceiling, kind of like this guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird.
There he is.
We've also got some invisible speakers. Like if you didn't want to see them, but you want to just hear them, we've got some that actually hide in the drywall, called our Wraith series. You literally drywall right over them.
That's cool. Subwoofers?
Yep, subwoofers right as well. So we got an invisible sub that just tucks right into the wall. You can't see it, but you can hear it. In ceiling subs, in room subs, we can go from, hey, I just want some background audio to let's crank it up like AC/DC would in their concert. So
that's outstanding. That's outstanding. We'll have to touch on that, I think, more broadly at a later time, because it sounds like there's a lot of fertile ground to cover there. But now time is fleeting, and we are moving on to the second segment of the show, which is the tech topic of the week. And I'm going to give it a cool little intro here. All right, folks, it is time yet again for another tech topic of the week. And today we've got Sound Vision and Vessel with us, and we are going to answer the question that everyone wants answered. How does a homeowner get started with whole home audio? All right, guys. So we've got Devin from Vessel and Chase from Sound Vision, and you've got, just say, a homeowner that wants to retrofit their home. Maybe it's older, who knows, but it's got like nothing, but they want to put like 3 zones of audio in. So how do they go from zero to hero for home audio, kind of living in your ecosystem? What do they do? What's the process?
That's, again, this is one of the reasons we came out with the Vessel product, is to make this as easy as possible. So obviously, there's architectural audio where, you have to have wires, right? A lot of newer homes are pre-wired, but there are, a lot of homes that were built a long time ago that don't have wires. So you would either have to retrofit some wires and, run wire for speakers and find, where you can put speakers in the home. But we've been thinking about this, right? And for the last year and a half, we've been developing other products that don't.
Other products.
So other products don't require a wire at all.
Hold on. No wires at all.
No wires at all.
Well, power. We still have to have power.
You have to have power.
Okay. So, all right. I was like, do you magically beam the power? This is other for sure. Okay. So no.
Give us a couple years, Jiles. It's coming.
Right on. But no source connectivity. It could be totally wireless from a content point of view.
Yes. Absolutely. And so I'll go ahead and name the products. We have a standalone speaker coming out. We have a sound bar, and then we have a flat 10-inch subwoofer. All these products are wireless. They do require power, so you have to plug them in. But once they're plugged in, you can take an old home that has no wires at all, and outfit the house in a Vessel speakers throughout the house. And
that's outstanding.
Yeah, and so we're really, really excited about these new products coming out. Again, we've been working hard at these for the last year and a half, almost 2 years actually now. But all these products mix and match with our amplifiers as well. So like if you're expanding a system, it all works within the Vessel ecosystem.
Right on. So that's cool. So let's take a traditional point of view though. So you have this homeowner and they're like, okay, I can run wires. It's not that big a deal. I'll just cut holes or whatever. So the things that they would need to build this system out. So they have to have some kind of source, but using Vessel, that source could be any device that has an app that can cast using what are the options? Chromecast, AirPlay, what else?
Yep, as well as Spotify Connect, and then soon we're just getting really close to announcing Amazon and their Alexa Cast. That's just right around the corner.
Ooh, that's cool because we're an Alexa household here, so that would be super cool. So that kind of covers the source. They really already have that more than likely.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem like so.
It's true.
And then from there, all they need is amplification and also the target for their sources, which would be a Vessel amplifier. And you guys have, I think, the three flavors: the 1 zone, the 3 zone, and the 6 zone.
That's right. Yep. That's right.
Right on. And then just speakers, right?
Yeah. So Jiles, you hit on something too that I think that's important for people to ask themselves is, number one, do I want to be the one that runs the wires and have to do the repair work? If you are, that's great. Move to phase 2. But if not, we've got, contact us. We have professionals across the world really that can help you at least get the wires in the right place, and we'll take the rest off your hands. But if not, that's okay. But then yes, from a source perspective, I think 99.9% of the world population has some sort of a streaming service. Even the free Pandora version works great with Vessel. From there, you got to still tie Vessel into your home network. So you need some sort of a network connection in the house. And the A1 can be wireless. The A3 and the A6, you do need a hard wire. So if you wanted to get into 3 or 6 zones. But the nice thing about the A1 is in the event that you didn't want to have to try and get everything to the same spot, you can actually hide an A1 behind a TV and just run speakers up over the TV. And then if you wanted to now go to your master bedroom, you can hide another A1 maybe in your closet and run speakers up or speaker wires up into your ceiling above your bed and maybe your bathroom.
Right. That seems like it'd be very advantageous for folks that want to do a retrofit. So I can see a new construction, they'll just home run wires from everywhere in the home to the basement, right? And then you'd put in 2 6-channel amplifiers or 6-zone amplifiers or whatever it is and cover everything. Mm-hmm. But if you just say you want to add 3 or 4 zones and they're all over the place and you have no existing wiring, that seems to be really nice.
That's killer. Yep.
Yeah. And I think that probably gets people where they need to be, but I want to roll back a little bit to the wireless item and really specifically around electricity. So, it can be kind of tough to run power as well if that doesn't exist, but is it possible to locate, I'm trying to think, I was going to say locate speakers near lights, but I guess that you'd have to have your lights on all the time for the speakers to work if you were to tap into that.
So true.
That'd be hilarious. Oh,
yeah. No, go ahead, Chase.
I was going to say, well, you see a lot of, DIY or, consumer-based products that are the light bulb with a Bluetooth speaker in it. Well, problem is what happens if you want to listen to the music with your lights off, or if somebody accidentally comes in and flips your light switch off. So there's great reasons and purposes to use Bluetooth, but that's why we like to stick with Vessel, something wired that's not tapped into the lights.
Yeah, my brilliant idea was foiled right off the bat.
It's all right.
Right on. Okay, so folks, that answers your question. If you want to get started with whole home audio, you need to think about your cabling, you need to think about your sources, amplification, and then speakers, and then the scale at which you want to do this. You can get crazy with hot sauce if you want to, and go bananas, or keep it simple, a couple of speakers and an amp and your phone, and you're good to go as well. So, Chase, Devin, thank you so much for helping us figure out this tangled world of whole home audio. And I think it's really cool that you carry and really build and provide this ecosystem of technologies that lets you do all these things. And I know personally I'm going to go look more closely at your speaker offerings, because I like the idea of the hidden speakers and the in-ceiling subwoofers and all that kind of stuff, because that allows you to create this dynamic environment in spots that would be unexpected. And you bring a friend over and you push the button and you're like, wha-cha, right? And they're like, oh, listen to that. It's not what I expected. And you're like, wha-cha, right? That I'm going to do that, right? Whenever.
Bedazzle your friends.
Yeah. Give them a little of this too.
Yeah.
So cool. For anybody who's interested in your technologies, I'm going to drop your links down below into the notes and comments for these videos. So check that out. Make sure to visit. And if folks want to get in contact with you, what's the best way for them to pose questions, or if they want to purchase, what does that look like for people?
Yeah, good question. We have a chat function right on vessel.com. You're welcome to go give that a shot. They can get you routed to the right person. If you're a big fan of email, sales at Sound Vision Tech, sales at Vessel, sales at trueaudio.com. All those will get right into our sales team, and we can get you in touch with our system design team, answer basic questions. If you want a professional to kind of come out and help you through whatever you're dealing with, we can do that too. So
cool.
Both of those
Awesome.
work really well.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for your time tonight. Appreciate it, and hope to see you in another one of these not too far down the line.
Likewise. Thanks for having us, Giles.
Thanks, Giles. Appreciate it.
All right. With that, folks, it is time to move on to the third segment of the show. And you know what that is. Now, let's take a break and stroll down to a cozy little place that I like to call Content Corner. And today, we're going to be joined by Mike of Audio Architects. I need to add in an echo thing for you, Mike, just so that when I introduce you, it's even better.
I need an intro song or something.
All right. Here, we could do that. Here, I'm going to figure it out right now. How about this one? Today, we are bringing in Mike from Audio Architects, and he will show you the way content is meant to be.
Dude,
I don't know.
Am I coming in okay?
Yeah, you sounded good, man.
So
I can see you and I can hear you. That's all I can ask for.
A couple of things we didn't discuss earlier. Well, first and foremost, that guy that was like right around here, he looked like a young Bradley Cooper, didn't he?
I'd have to look. I don't know.
He looked like a young Brad. I was like, man, that guy looks like Bradley Cooper. Okay, but aside from my new man crush with Mr. Vessel over there, dude.
So he could be who's Bradley Cooper? He plays the raccoon, right? In Marvel,
Hangover and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. So has this ever happened to you?
No, I do not need the pills.
No, dude, listen. Dude, this made me so mad. I was
Tell
ready,
me.
I was ready to throw everything. So I was filming my video on the what the hell am I reviewing right now?
The Pi-Fi version 3.
Yeah, the version 2 of the Pi-Fi.
Mm.
So I was recording the video. Everything was going good. I was doing my teleprompter. Everything was going great. And my mixer, because I was using this mic, and my mixer was on the floor, and I didn't notice that a couple of buttons and knobs on the mixer had gotten a little tweaked. So,
oh no, you turned the volume off or something.
No, the volume was just completely crap. So I was like, and I put in
too much time.
I put in too much time. So I'm either going to wait until after this or tomorrow morning to refilm it. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about reshoots and refilming. They suck.
Dude, doing it the second time is horrible. I hate having to do it a second time. You know, the first time I make a video is great, but if I have to do it again for some reason,
you know what pisses me off too is when, and you and I have experienced this together, is when we just nail, you know, we nail a shot, right? We nail it. We like what we said. We like how we looked, and then something goes awry that we need to reshoot the whole thing.
So this is why people have crews, right?
Yeah,
you know, they have a sound person that's listening to everything through headphones, and they're like, "You're good," you know, you're coming in. You have a camera operator that's like, "Okay, you're in focus, you're in frame," and when you have that, it makes it so much easier because, like, when you and me are doing this and we're sitting behind the camera, we don't know what's going in there. I mean, we can have like a little display or something, but it's not easy.
Well, even when we do it together, you know, we had that sound debacle with the
oh man, I don't want
that.
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, dude,
nobody mentioned it, but man, it was kind of harsh on me. Oh,
well, because we know we could sound like.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
So I don't know, man, but yeah, I want to show off my, the turntable.
Yeah, I want to see this too because I've been thinking about getting a turntable too, and that's a U-turn, right?
Yeah, the U-turn Orbit Plus in black, of course. Well, I got it in black because I wanted to contrast on the red over here.
Yeah,
you know, because I originally kind of wanted red, so I was like, now red and red, it'll blend in, it'll look stupid. And even if I didn't put it there, I would have put it on top of that. What are those Butcher Block acoustics? Thing, and I still think the red wouldn't have looked well with the you know, walnut color. So
sure, no, I like the idea of the red though. That's hot.
Yeah,
but it's got to be in the right spot though.
It has to be. It has to be in a black. Now, okay, I take it back. If I had put the red one on top of like a black or like
Butcher Block Black, the new ebony one they have,
that carbon fiber Pangea setup I got.
That would have been hot.
Yeah.
I like the red and black mix. I mean, like my Jeep is red and black, and I like that look together. So yeah, man, that's
buddy. You need to get that. You need to start looking into that Macintosh Jeep that's coming out.
I would like a Macintosh amplifier for my 2-channel setup. Macintosh, listen and hear. Hook a brother up.
Oh, they don't watch us, dude.
Hook a brother up. Oh, they're watching.
Weren't they supposed to hang out with us many moons ago?
We tried. It never worked out. But I'm not giving up on them. I believe in the Macintosh.
We can't give up on them, dude. They're too important.
They are. They're good stuff.
Yeah. But
and talking about good stuff, I want to talk about some of this television.
Yeah,
because
the reason I'm here.
You're right. Yeah. Well, one of the reasons. Oh, I love you, and I'm just hoping one day you'll give me that face of the boy on the picture behind you. I want to elicit that response from you.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's my goal.
90% of the time when we're talking on the phone late at night, I'm making that face from whatever we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Oh God. So the show that I've started and I am just loving is season 2 of Ted Lasso. And the writing on this show is absolutely phenomenal.
Okay, so I have no idea what Ted Lasso is. Can you give me the cliff notes in under 30 seconds?
Yeah, so you know, what's his name? Jason Sudeikis or whatever, the SNL guy?
Hold on, let me Google this shit real quick.
Yeah, so he's the main character.
I'm listening.
And the premise of the story is that him and his partner in crime, his assistant coach, travel from the United States to coach quasi-pro kind of soccer team in England somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've never coached soccer before. They come from, I believe, a football background. I think that's what it was when the show started. And it is hilarious. It is so good. And the character that they've created for Ted Lasso is just the most amazing character ever. I mean, it's just so good. And I think so Double A, yeah, the Christmas episode was really good for Ted Lasso.
I'll have to check it out.
They're all so good.
Dude, this guy's your age.
Who's that? Sudeikis?
Ted Lasso, yeah.
Yeah. So and just to let everybody know, my birthday is September 14th. So we are 14 days away. And
Is it really?
yeah, I'm 48. And
Okay, well, maybe you're a couple of years older than him.
yeah, I'm 48. I will be 48.
He's 45, yeah.
Yeah. So we're about the same age. But I don't frown upon gifts. Just, I mean, emails, WhatsApp.
You know what would be nice?
I love this. What's that?
If someone can give you, like, if every one of your subscribers everyone commits to a 6-month Patreon subscription for you. That would be too good.
That would my wife would really support that idea too. It would be too good. But I live in the real world, so I think a little email or something would be awesome. I'd love to hear from folks, especially as I approach 50, and that's a big milestone.
Is the microphone picking up the monsters upstairs?
No, it's doing a good job at just getting
okay, so remember in Ready Player One, the King Kong part where he's bashing through that's what it's like up there.
Yeah.
Then again, I do have 2 15s going, when I'm watching my movies, so I'm sure they're not happy about that. But
okay, so I got a wild hair up my ass today, and sat down in the living room, turned on my streaming, got my room server going, and with those Period Audio concert towers, I absolutely rocked out. I mean, it was freaking loud, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
dude, I love this more and more.
Like, I'm telling you, a guy came over, what was it, about a month ago, to pick up a pair of Def Techs I sold him. And older, I wouldn't say older. I don't want to put that stigma on him, but he was probably in his 50s, I'd say.
Old. I'm almost in my 50s.
Comfortably.
Damn.
Oh, I said older. He wasn't like a kid. So he came over, and he obviously saw this setup. It's the first thing you see when you come in the house, and then he's like, he saw the Period Audio stuff, and he's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's a full home theater setup from Period Audio." And he's like, "I've never heard of them." I'm like, "Well, go ahead and sit down." And like AA said, I played the king or the racing scene in Ready Player One, and this dude was just blown away. And I love it. I think now for the rears, I would have actually preferred the bookshelves just for space.
Sure.
However, the various 3 grand towers as rears is not a bad situation. And I'll tell you what makes the biggest difference is that center channel. You have that center channel, right? Yeah, like
it's good.
I would put that up against things I've heard triple its price easily.
Sure. No, I think that's true of all of the top end Period gear. I mean, it punches way above its weight.
Real quick, AA just reminded me. AA, I want you to A/B something real quick with what you just said right now. I want you to watch that scene on HBO Max and then either pop in the 4K disc or watch it on your Plex server and tell me how you feel that difference is. Because I've done that. I've done HBO and then gone over to Plex. Night and day, I think.
It is night and day. I would agree, because I've done that before.
They hold back because of streaming.
Totally. I mean, if you want that experience, you have to have the disc, and you can rip it and play it on Plex, right, and do the bit-to-bit copy, or use Kaleidoscape, something like that. But if you're streaming, the audio maxes out at Dolby Digital Plus, I think it is, and you don't get the Dolby True MA Master Audio or whatever. It's not there. Quality's it's just not there, video wise or audio wise.
I'll tell you what. So, Kaleidoscape, you download the entire file, right? Like,
correct. It's like downloading the Blu-ray into the Kaleidoscape.
Oh,
so when you rip the Blu-ray into a file and put it in your Plex server, that is very similar. What happens with Kaleidoscape? You just download the file Now they will provide sometimes a file that has more content, more information than what you can rip off a disk, because disks are limited in the amount of storage they have. So you can download something that has even a higher quality from Kaleidoscape. I think once you get to those two levels, though, I mean, it's like, can you tell a difference? Maybe not,
Right.
But theoretically, the Kaleidoscape could be a higher quality. But I think in general terms, though, disk and Kaleidoscape will give you the same experience.
Yeah, because I've seen a few things on your Kaleidoscape that I've enjoyed. I don't think it's going to be any different than a disc, but
now, in the real world impact it's just it's watching disc quality, but you don't have to fool with physical media or ripping or anything. Like, you just push a button on your phone and it downloads and you watch it. Now, I do have a copy of the old Dune on there now, and I will be watching that before Dune comes out. So you have a open invite to come watch Dune in the best possible quality that you can get it on. Let's give a special thanks to Spare Change for joining us tonight. He says that Kscape is so expensive. He prefers Plex and Cody. It is expensive, and Shane, thanks for popping on. That is the only thing about Kaleidoscape that is a barrier, and that's the cost. That's always the first pushback, and it's absolutely true. But for me, man, it's such a game changer. I mean, I love it. And when I get the full integration in place with the auto masking screen and the lights and everything, it'll give you that theater experience, kind of almost out of the box. I guess it's not really out of the box because you have to do a lot of integration work. But, I want to be able to sit down and push the play button, and the lights dim, the screen automatically converts to the right aspect ratio, and then you just watch. That's what I want, and I don't want to have to buy a disc. Is that bad of me?
I'll tell you what, man. I know you're a thrifty human being. However,
I am.
However, with Kaleidoscape, you're like a kid in a freaking candy store.
Oh, dude, I shelled out the $100 bills. I felt like I was just like 100 for you, 100 for you. I mean, because it's
made
pricey.
It rain on Kaleidoscape.
I did.
I think they knew they were gonna get that out of you. They're like, this guy was a sucker.
I know. Everybody's like, oh, they gave that to him for free because I did a review video on it. No,
you paid for it.
I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought that. I have gotten product for free in the past. Sure. I mean, most reviewers have. And man, I would love to have gotten one of those gratis, but that was good enough for me in my worldview that I had to have it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have it. I mean, that I felt like I came of age with that, and I'm all like, I'm complete. That device completed me.
Well, there's been some devices where I was like, that I've reviewed and had to give back, where I'm like kind of bummed out about it, because it was pretty cool. But is there any? I want to ask you this: is there any product that you feel that you either have reviewed or might review in the future that you're like, okay, I have to have that? That there's no givesies, backsies. I want to review it. I want to play with it, and I want it to be mine.
Okay, so I can give you some concrete examples of things that I reviewed, and then I had to have it and I had to pay for it. So Kaleidoscape is a really, really good option of that. And one that you might not think about, though, is seating. So I actually, the Valencia chairs that I have, they gave me, a partial set, and then I bought the rest to fill out to the 4 seats, because in my mind, the most important piece of equipment that you have at any theater is the seating.
Mm-hmm.
Without the seating, you've got absolutely nothing, right?
Yeah.
Because you gotta have a chair, man. I want to be comfortable, and dude, I know this is not the biggest problem anybody in the world could have, but I wanted that power headrest, right? For me, that I wanted that power lumbar, right? I mean, that's like a big deal. Let's see, other things that I would pay for.
I'll be pursuing the Valencia thing once I have.
Once you get your pad. Well, here's something else you might want to think about, because I'm dropping a video later this week for HT Mart or HT. I can never. It's really bad. It's the HT Design seating,
Mm.
and they make really cool stuff. And the price point is, I think, slightly under what you find at Valencia. And man, the chairs are good. So the next time you come over, you've got to sit in these. And I've got
those are the single ones. Yeah.
yeah, I've got those 2 singles, and I've got them set up in the ping pong room right now. And I busted out that video, and I really enjoy the chairs. And there's one that's got like these hidden cup holders inside of this mahogany wood, and they pop out, and I didn't even know they were there. Even after the video, I didn't know they were there. And then I was looking around, and I'm all like, and I discovered it. So I put up an Instagram reel showing the secret hidden cup holders on the Lincolnshire.
I did see the reel.
The Lincolnshire, and I'm all like, holy cow, they're in there, and they're carved out of the wood.
Well, I would make that into a gun holster.
You could
James Bond type.
You could do all kinds of stuff. But gosh, I don't know.
Oh, dude, we haven't talked about the content stuff. We keep going wild right now.
Oh yeah, it's your turn. So we talked about Ted Lasso.
Well, it's my fault. I keep derailing you.
No, it's okay. What you got?
Oh, Titans. Titans
I
is
haven't
a show.
watched it yet. Yeah.
Well, just Cliff Notes. Titans a show loosely based on the Teen Titans from the comics and from the cartoons and stuff. But this is a live action thing that they're doing on HBO Max. It's dark. There's cursing. There's violence. There's killing. I wouldn't recommend a kid watch this. This is more for adults. But it's based on how Robin takes these people with powers and turns them into, it's kind of like a mini Justice League, like a teenage Justice League. But I'm on season 3, which just started airing again, so I've been catching up on it on HBO Max, and that I really enjoyed. That I'm really enjoying. The sound is phenomenal. The action, the good story arc. I enjoy it. One thing I wanted to tell you. As you know, this last week I went to Comic-Con in Colorado Springs.
Yep.
And I met one of my childhood heroes. Have you? Zach Morris.
Is he your hero, really?
When I was a kid, I would come home and I'd watch Saved by the Bell religiously. So I asked him, I'm like, because he did a really good show about a year and a half, 2 years ago called Passage. It was Passage. I said Passengers. I don't know. I screwed it up. He got all mad. But I said
he's like, you disparaged my show.
He really was bothered by it. So I said Passage. I'm like, hey man, when are you gonna have another season of Passage? I really enjoyed it. He had really good chemistry with this young girl that had the special superpowers, and he was the FBI agent, protecting her, and he actually did a really good job with this damn show. And I'm like, well, are you gonna do another one? It was like really good. He's like, well, did you watch it before or when it came out or after the fact? I'm like, well, I think I caught it on Netflix or whatever the hell it was, and I caught it after the fact because I binged on it because I liked it so much. And he's like, well, that's the problem. He's like, when people don't watch it when it comes out, then that's why things get canceled. Like, he was upset that I would even ask the question. Like, he was like, literally freaking upset. And I ended up taking that picture with him. I'm like, and when I went to shake his hand, he gave me the nuts instead of shaking my hand. My girlfriend was there, and she's like, right when I saw him give you the nuts and you went for the handshake, I knew that it was downhill. It was downhill from there.
Yeah.
But we did. Bummer. Well, I did meet, like I said, I met the guy that played. I think he played Dante in Grandma's Boy, the guy with the monkey. I met him. He was really super nice. I met, and he shook my hand. I met Bill Moseley, which was in House of 1,000 Corpses and most of Rob Zombie's stuff. He shook my hand. Shannon Elizabeth was there.
Yeah, is she looking pretty beat up now, or?
She is super thin and just did not age well.
Yeah,
It's kind
of like me.
No,
but I'm not super thin. Just
No,
to age well.
I think you're sexier than her, to be honest.
Well, that's probably true.
Oh,
heard it here.
Honky Tonk Man was there.
He's going to do the Denver one too.
Dude, he's like, I felt so bad because so right across from him was this vendor where I bought another championship belt because I'm a glutton.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but this one's like real. So I got another championship belt and the guy was like, "Don't you want Honky Tonk to sign it?" I'm like, "No."
Don't write on my belt.
Don't touch it. Like if it would have been Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock or someone, Hulk Hogan, that would have been cool. But I was kind of disappointed with the celebrity choices. However, Fan Expo, which is the one you're going to, and the one I'm going.
We'll be there the same day, right?
Well, I'm going to go Saturday.
I'll be there on Saturday
because I have the Siler.
That's why we're going. Zachary, whatever his name is.
Zachary Quinto, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Siler, what do you call it? Action figure, and I want him to sign the front of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, because my favorite, obviously he's a freaking-tastic Spock, but I love
Siler.
I loved him in Heroes. He was amazing.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of,
you got it?
Oh no, dude, I was actually reorganizing my stuff, and I wanted to show you something really cool.
I see that clip soundbar hanging out back there, by the way.
Yes.
It's like, here's the 600. I still want those surround speakers.
I have them ready for you. Dude, I got this a while back.
Oh, nice.
It's the complete series and the Heroes Reborn, the new one they did.
Yeah.
So it's the whole thing all in. It's from Denmark or somewhere. It's from overseas for sure. I've never even opened it here. Let's open it for the first time here online.
Oh, that's cool. Live opening. You saw it here first.
Dude, I picked it up on eBay, but I was kind of nervous that it was like a fake or something, So I haven't even put it in the thing, but it looks, holy shit.
It blew up.
We got shit flying everywhere. Oh, the discs are just kind of laying there.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, SI Services, yeah. I was gonna go to Cedia, but I got canceled like everybody else. So unfortunately, no.
Seems legit.
Oh, dude, it looks awesome, is what it looks like.
Yeah. I have their graphic novels. I have the Heroes graphic novels. I have both volumes of that. I'm a huge fan of the property itself. I think 3 seasons wasn't enough. I mean,
oh no, dude, it was so good. I mean, save the cheerleader, save the world, and then the whole concept of the father of her, going out and catching them and then swapping sides, and it was good.
I was intrigued by the story arc of making Siler into like the kind of the anti-hero kind of the what do you call it, like the like
an anti-hero. Yeah,
he's bad but he's good.
He's bad but he's a good guy.
Yeah, I kind of wanted there to be a bigger baddie, so that way he teamed up with the other guy, Milo Miglia, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Well, didn't he turn bad?
I don't think so.
No, not Milo. The other guy. Who was there were two that were brothers, right? Two heroes that were brothers, and one was like the politician dude. And didn't he go evil? I thought he died.
Spoiler alert. I thought he died.
I can't remember anymore.
I can't. Dude, hey, right here in Blu-ray, nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
It's hard to find those suckers in Blu-ray.
1080p, baby.
So yeah, we need to. That's another thing we need to watch. We need to binge that.
Yeah, I watched those. I think I watched all those with my wife. It was a good show.
Do you know what that means right there? The 15, 16, 16. Is that like regions or?
I have no idea what that is.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is from a different like planet.
Hopefully, it's not region locked and you can't watch it.
Oh, I'd be so pissed, dude.
Yeah, you'll have to get a special player or something or rip them. And
I can rip them though.
Yeah, you can rip them.
You can
turn them into MKVs. Yeah, you can put them in MKVs and play it on anything. Put it in Plex.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what those numbers mean. If anybody knows what those numbers mean,
please tell us right now.
Yeah, let us know because we are confused.
Oh, ages for Europe.
Maybe.
Dude, 15. That would make sense. 15, 15, 16. That would make it like a TV.
MA.
No.
Okay, that's it. Yeah. Those numbers are age restrictions big in Europe. So that's probably a region, what is it, 7 or 8 or 6 or something that's not a US region set of Blu-rays.
This is, what does it say?
I don't know. On the paper. Mr. Literal here. He's got to be on the
Sweden, Denmark, Norway, some other, I'm just reading and whatever. These discs are copy protected.
Indeed they are, yeah.
Universal. I mean, it doesn't look like it's like a fake, you know?
Oh, it seems legit.
It just looks like
It's an import though, for sure.
here we go. I got an idea. There's a UPC on it. I could just scan the UPC and find out, right?
Sure. So my mail says 16 is like a light R or a PG-13.
Damn it. I don't have the whatever.
There's an app for that.
I have another.
No, that's cool. Yeah. You know, I want to go back and watch Alias.
Oh, with Jennifer Garner?
Yes. I loved that show so much. It was so good. One of my faves from back in the day. Got to love that one. And you're sucked into whatever you're looking at. You're in it. You're in it to win it.
Dude,
You want to know?
I want to know.
Just pop it in your Blu-ray player and see if it rejects it or not.
50. I'm gonna have to come back next week and tell everybody what happened with this thing. 3199470. And it pulls up nothing, unknown product. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That doesn't bode well.
So 16 is like light R or PG-13. I hope this thing's not region locked or whatever.
I have no idea if Alias is streaming somewhere. I'm sure it's got to be somewhere because it was such a good show and it had a number of seasons.
Hold on. You know what? We'll Google that right now.
We've got the power.
Where
We've got the power.
can I watch Alias? Right now, you can watch Alias on Amazon Prime.
Right on. SI Services says Region 2 Blu-ray.
Now, what does that mean?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what region the United States is.
If I get one of those fancy new, that fancy new DVD player or Blu-ray 4K player that Techno Dad has now? The
Revian.
Yeah, the Revan or whatever, the Reavon or whatever. Can I? If it could play these bad boys, then.
Yeah, I think Panasonic is still the right way to go for Blu-ray players right now.
I wouldn't pay more than $300, I think, max for a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I mean, I get the R820 is, dude, that's good. If you want to go super hardcore and get the 9,000, drop $1,000 on it, sure, whatever, it's cool. So US is region 1, and then that's probably a region 2 Blu-ray. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
We'll see if it plays.
Yeah. So it was funny. So I met up with some of my other buddies, my folks
Dragons guys
from CU Denver, those guys. And we were talking about travel, and I think SI Services is coming out of South Africa. So we were talking about doing a Africa tour and start in South Africa and then move up from there and, stop at 3 or 4 places along the way and then end up like at Morocco or something on the north end. That would be, give a close up, he says, of the thing here. Let me make you big. I'm going to make you big. There you go.
Hold on, let me adjust the.
Oh, there you go. Nice. DTS Master Audio 2016. Main features. Yeah, I don't see a region number on there though. But it's
what's that little spider right there?
In the hand with a lightning bolt through it or whatever.
Yeah,
maybe it's electricity.
What is this Euro stuff?
This is definitely not an American one.
Come on, Canadians out there. I know you guys got a bunch of this stuff.
So this is France, Denmark. Is that France? Sverishi? No, that's not France. I don't know what that is. Norway. I don't know, dude. Yeah,
Hopefully
you got some stuff that I don't understand.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, zone ABC equals zone free.
Where's that? Where's it say that?
It says region ABC,
Where?
zone free. I don't know. They can read it.
Region
It's English. Figure it out.
Where's the region ABC?
I don't know. Both SI services and AA are like, it says region ABC.
Where?
Man, don't make them point it out to you on the paper.
I didn't. I'm looking at it. Oh, right there. Got it. Ooh, sorry. You take me off of
solo layout. Here, this is gonna make you angry.
I used to hate this. I don't care now, but
I don't really like it either.
hey, let me know whenever you get a Techniques turntable because I have an extra slip mat. They sent me 2 because I bought a brand new one for that used one I bought.
Yeah.
So let me know. I have that. I'm cleaning out everything, dude. Everything's on fire sale right now.
Dude, I'm trying to sell that that projection screen, that 127-inch perf. Yeah, dude, no biters. I'm down to $450. I'm gonna drop it down to $400.
I told you, if you're gonna give it away, give it to me.
I don't want to give it away. I want to get something for it. But if it comes down to it, because I got to get it out of that room, it's got to go. Everybody out there, I've got a Focus View THX certified perf AT 127-inch 1.1 gain screen, and it's freaking awesome. I have no use for it. It's got to go. It's assembled in my basement. I have to take it apart.
For the folks that want to watch a real show,
here we go.
that is where you should be at right there.
Game of Thrones
4K, baby.
Oh, that's the Atmos mix too, right?
This says audio Dolby Atmos. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the good one.
I should bring over the final one. We should watch the big war scene in Dolby Atmos.
We can see Arya or whatever her name was come up and kill some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like, oh, this thing can kill everything, and she's all like, oh, watch this. It did. All right, that was cool,
dude. But yeah, burn 8 in Dragon's Fire.
I am down with that.
Big box mic, hell yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of kicking myself. Well, not so much. So I wanted the special edition with the Best Buy one that had the metal, the metal things. And I'm like, when the hell am I ever going to really like pay an extra $50-$60 for metal cases? Nothing.
Sure. Steelbook.
So these were like almost $200 when it came out. It was like, no, I think it was over $200. It was like $220 for the whole set.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Bro, I went to Target, and in the clearance, you know how in the back end caps they have like clearance items and stuff?
Uh-huh.
This thing was like a online purchase that someone returned, still unopened and everything. I got it for like $140, $150, something like that. I'm like, dude, done.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's good to have, if I ever go, because I think the only place you can watch it is HBO Max. So
yeah, no, it's good because that's the full Atmos mix, right? So
right.
you can't. I don't know that you can stream that sound quality on the episode. So if you want to hear it like that, that's it. That's the only way.
I think you can get these for like $150, $160 right now over it. Now Best Buy is getting rid of all of their physical media, which I think is bullshit.
Are they? Did they announce that or something? Is it all?
No,
going?
they haven't announced it, but I see it disappearing slowly.
I agree.
And slowly, like same with games. Games aren't really, because everybody's doing the hard drive thing.
Yeah, you just download all your games now.
Well,
I mean, that physical media for games is old school.
We bought the Xbox with the hard drive, not the physical disc, which I regret doing now, because
really
I heard that the one with the physical disc has better frame rates. I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know if AA can fact check me on that.
AA knows everything.
I heard that the Xbox that takes the disc it has better quality and it has a better frame rate or whatever when you're playing FPS or whatever, frames per second. I'm not sure. I know this thing, whenever I load a lot of mods and stuff on this one, like if I'm playing Fallout and I want tons of mods on there, it'll glitch out. It'll shut down. It handles it handles Apex just fine though. And I'm curious what it'll do with Cyberpunk, because that's really
dude, Cyberpunk doesn't run on anything.
Dude, Cyberpunk wouldn't even run on my computer. I had to turn everything down to like the lowest of the low, and I'm like, this ain't worth it. So I returned it and they gave me my money back. But it seemed like a cool game at the time. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like to give it a shot and see, but I'm worried that even on my PC it might not run well enough, and I'm running a 1080 GTX, the newer model.
I think these suckers are meant for the 3000 series, to be honest with you.
Dude, I think they were built for something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm curious to see what that 3000 can do on like your rig or something.
Oh man, that's got to be pretty kick-ass. I don't know. It feels like it's getting time for a refresh on my PC, but I don't know. It does everything I need, and the games that I play are fine. So
I'm the same way. And until things, I'm gonna give it at least another two years before I start going crazy. Yeah. I think the first thing that will be replaced would probably be the video card, but I don't think I can fit anything bigger in that little ass case. So I'm gonna have to rebuild the whole thing.
Maybe that's the first thing that gets replaced is the case.
Maybe. Or I can just do it in a whole nother rig and just put that one somewhere else. Or
yeah.
My Dell's still going strong, that thing that I built.
Oh yeah, dude. That's the price was right.
Dude, my Rune server, man. Now I feel stupid for not releasing a video on it. I had so much stuff filmed on it. I guess I still could.
Yeah, why not? It's not like that information goes bad.
Yeah. But it's like it's been a while now, so kind of not even like into it anymore.
Oh, dude, I've got like footage that I put down like a year ago, 2 years ago, that one day I'm getting around to it. I keep telling myself I'm gonna finish this video for something I did forever ago. One day. I don't know. Yep, I think we are closing up on the episode now, and we're getting to the end. So we're gonna move into the cleanup section.
Hold on, real quick. I gotta Google when our moves are coming out real quick.
Dune, yeah. So just while you're doing that, this weekend I'm going to go to the theater. I'm going to check out Shang-Chi or whatever, the new Marvel movie. Looking forward to that. My wife is super into it, so we're gonna go watch that one on the 3rd. And as I was saying before, Dune, the old one, is ready for watching at home.
Wait a second, and then Spider-Man.
Yeah, so Dune, Spider-Man, Top Gun, Afterlife, and Matrix are the new one.
I don't think Matrix ain't coming out this year, is it?
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to.
Next year.
No.
Matrix. They would have had something on it already. Oh shit, it's supposed to. Matrix 4 release. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, you ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
Okay, first things first. The first movie we will be watching is Dune on October 22nd, 2021.
Yes.
Okay, so that's like a month and a half away. I'm stoked. Next is Ghostbusters, November 11th, 2021. So
down with that too.
Closer to Thanksgiving time. Spider-Man is December 17th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And Matrix is a few days later, December 22nd.
That's awesome.
This is a good year for movies.
Yeah, but there's even more stuff. Like, so, Joey calls out the Bond, No Time to Die. I'm down with that too. I think it's the last Daniel Craig one.
Dude, they've beaten these Bond movies to death, dude.
I didn't like the Bond movies.
The last one, I wasn't really... Okay, October 8th is a new Bond movie.
I'm down for that. I'm good.
What else? What else we got, guys? Tell us what else we should watch.
Oh, what else is coming? When is the Eternals coming out?
Oh, Eternals is soon.
I want to see Eternals too.
Venom.
Yeah, I heard that Venom got pushed till 22.
Did it?
I heard, or I think I heard some movie that I thought they were referring to. Venom got pushed to 2022.
Is November 5th, so November's gonna be a big month.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot. We've only got 4 months left in the year.
Venom, yeah. Oh shit, Venom 2, October 15th, right before Dune. Yeah. Venom's coming, buddy.
Which one got pushed? Oh no, it may be delayed. So who knows? Oh, now it says Venom delay not true. So not delayed. So yeah, dude, that's another big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm completely down with all this stuff.
I'm so done with this Rona. Done with it.
Who isn't? I'm completely
Like it's getting old. You know, like come on. They had the Spanish influenza under control in less time. Come on.
new Clint Eastwood movie. What? Like with Clint Eastwood acting in it?
I think Clint Eastwood has another good Western in him.
I thought he was dead.
No, he's still alive.
Who died? I thought he died.
Oh, dude, Ed Asner died. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah. That was sad.
Yeah.
He was like 90 something.
He was like 93.
Cry macho Clint Eastwood.
He always does that face, you know, that what are you up to? You know.
I used to be kick-ass back in the day.
Yeah. All I could do is this, and it's cool because I'm Clint Eastwood. I just squint, and I'm mean, and my son sucks at acting. And that's it. That's all I got for you.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
All right. Let's clean this episode up. So yeah, we have a lot of movie dates coming up. So if you're in the Colorado area and you want to participate in any of the end of year movie visitation spectacular activities, let us know and we'll let you know what theater we're going to be at, and you can come check it out with us. It'll be fun to have a little movie club. But for me, videos that just dropped, Powered Bookshelf Battle with me and Mike in there. That was a good one, even though the sound was jacked up. Good video. And then later this week, I got the home theater design seating video coming up. And Mike is living in, I've sold out to the man world, making videos and content for cash, which is probably what I should do one day too. But tell us what you got going on, man.
Well, as we mentioned before, I am doing the Pi-Fi Mark II, which what I did was I removed the DAC hat that I had put on the original Pi-Fi, and I just put the Digi2 Pro hat on it. And spoiler alert, I will no longer be purchasing cases from Hi-Fi Berry. First of all, they're a pain in the ass to build and to get in there and everything. They send plastic standoffs. They're just no instruction whatsoever. They basically send it to you and they're like, here, figure it out. I mean, if there's documentation on their website, who knows? There could be. I didn't look. Men don't read instructions. But if it had a diagram or something, it's just me, okay, I'll like Legos, I could follow along. But yeah, so the first one I built from pure just, let's see if this works, right. And it worked. And the second one, I did the same thing, but I actually had to improvise because I did break two of the plastic standoffs actually in the holes where I needed the screws to go in. So yeah, that's what I had to deal with. How did it sound? It sounded great. It sounded like any other streamer I've built, or I've owned. I'm using Volumio in it instead of Rune, which I take it back. It takes these backsies, Jiles. Mm-hmm. Volumio cannot do Rune.
Oh, that's
but it does Spotify Connect and Tidal Connect, so you could use your standalone Spotify and Tidal apps and not have to use the Volumio app for it, which is cool.
That is cool.
Big, huge updates on Volumio stuff there. But aside from that, I got a video on the which way? This way. KLH Model 5's coming out on StereoNet's YouTube channel. That's going to be coming out probably tomorrow morning. And I got, what else am I reviewing? Oh, I reviewed the Lingdorf TDAI 1120. I take back everything I said, Jiles.
Okay.
I had it hooked up wrong. This thing's actually really, really good.
How did you hook it up wrong?
I'm an idiot.
Okay, all right.
Fair enough, right?
Nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
So actually, yeah, sounded fantastic. Sounded absolutely fantastic. So that will be a written review that'll be going up on StereoNet's North America website.
Do they do amplifiers, Lingdorf?
They do everything, yeah.
Dude, I need an amplifier so bad for my 2-channel system. I've been moaning this for like 6 months now.
You'd want the bigger version of what I got. I'll put you. Well, obviously, I'll put you in contact with the guy, and he'll probably send you something out. Aside from that, dude, SI Services has given us an itinerary.
Oh, I know. There's so much good stuff, and all this. The really cool part about CEDIA is all of the training classes that they have.
Well, I spoke with our mutual friend. Was it this morning or yesterday? Deirdre, and they're going to CEDIA, but from what I understand, it's going to be real thin this year.
Yeah,
at the show.
Yeah, so. I wish I was going still, but it was too much for too little for me. And the thing that I'm going to miss out the most actually is seeing all the Accurus folks. I was really, really looking forward to meeting everybody on purpose.
Oh, Joey's here, yeah, so he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, but he's Joey is absolutely right. Aragon Iridiums. If I could get 2 of the freaking Iridiums, my life would be completely complete from a 2-channel amplifier. They are, I haven't heard them.
Yeah,
but they have to be amazing. I mean, just Joey, are they amazing? Do they sound as amazing as they look?
Because well, dude,
they are cool.
After chatting with Deirdre a little bit, I'm going to be trying out the setup you got, the M8 and Act 4, I believe.
Yeah, dude, that's twin channels, man.
The 2 thin ones, right? Yeah.
No, the Muse is a 16 channel.
Which one's
so they have 2 processors.
Which one's the thin one that you have?
The Muse.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be the Muse and the amplifier, the Act 4.
No, the Act 4 is the processor.
M8.
The M8. There you go. Yes.
Muse and M8. Dude.
The M8. I love that set.
I'm sorry, guys. Half the time I don't even know where I am. So
that set I recommend all the time to people because it's so small and it's so good. It is so good.
Well, I explained to her, I'm like, look, I can't handle anything like 2 BUs or whatever. Like I need something like just small and thin because it's going to go in that, little entertainment center I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would look fantastic in there.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing that looks better than the Muse and the Act 4.
Can you imagine those Aperions being driven? Oh, you can you imagine? You're doing it already.
I can absolutely imagine that because that's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That'll be good stuff. And I trust Joey will get the 1,000 watts into 2 ohms for me, Aragon stuff. That would be ridiculous.
1,000 watts into 2. Oh, dude,
yes, that's a lot of power. Yeah, and I did that video where I took the M8 and I completely dumped all the power that it could produce into that 2-channel system. When I had the I forget the name of the speakers, but I bridged it from 8 channels down to 2 channels and then bi-amped the left and right channel. And that was pretty ridiculous using an 8-channel amplifier on that bad boy. That was cool.
Dude, I still haven't taken a chance on the Stark 84 and I haven't bridged it yet. I'm curious if I'm going to notice because honestly, bro, 320 watts per channel is ridiculous. So you're telling me I'm going to be doing 640 watts per channel? Like, I don't even think any normal speaker can hang with that.
That's a lot of overhead.
Bro.
A lot of dynamic range.
Jesus. But it is a cool feature to have if you have speakers that need that kind of power.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely cool. SI Services, that's going to be pretty cool. The Sony thing, that's nice. That's completely nice.
I think Sony's working on some secret stuff that
I don't know. They're still, for me, tops in the TV world. I wouldn't mind picking up one of their OLEDs to put on the wall in the dining room because we're going to do a technology refresh in the house as we do that kitchen remodel stuff. And I'm going to put some Vessel speakers in the kitchen, but I'd also like to do a TV. But I gotta figure all that stuff out
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
When are you ever in the kitchen?
I'm not there very often, but my wife's in there a lot, and she wants some sound.
Could you imagine her watching her novellas with the Vessel speakers, surround sound, and
oh, dude, At 2.1 is where it's at for her, I think, in there. I want to figure out how to do a subwoofer in the ceiling.
No wonder you were asking him about, oh, can you do a subwoofer? You know, I'm like, dude, this Jiles is trying to stick subwoofers inside of walls now.
I am. I think that's going to be badass. I think that'll be super cool. All right, folks, we are at 90 minutes in on this episode, so we are going to put a fork in this one and kill it dead, because this has been a awesome show. Everybody,
people are still here. You know, it's cool.
Oh no, people hanging in there, and I appreciate that. Mike, thanks for coming on the show. Everybody, make sure to check out Audio Architects everywhere on the web at Audio Architects, as well as StereoNet USA, and look for Mike at StereoNet for all of the cool content he's producing there. For me, at Home Theater Fanatics everywhere, particularly YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe everything, and drop comments on all our stuff, because that's what makes the world go round for us. And as I always say, time is precious. Thank you for spending it with us, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
All right. See you guys.